We are here at Folsom Historic Station trying to get to Sacramento on the train. We're going to see on the Sacramento Regional Transit, which should have cost us like $5 per ticket.
$2.50 each.
$2.50 each.
Per ride.
But we accidentally bought extra tickets because we didn't know that you could only buy tickets one at a time. I think we have to press the button. This reminds me a lot of the San Diego trolley system. Sign up there, you can drink, but you can't eat, play loud music, or smoke on the train. We are here in the downtown historic R Street area of Sacramento, established in 1855. The state of California was established in the year 1850, and the city of Sacramento was also established in that same year in 1850, but it was not the state capital until 1854. Before Sacramento was the state capital, Monterey, San Jose, and Benicia were all state capitals until in 1854, Sacramento was designated as the state capital for California. We're going to walk around this area and see the different historical buildings in this area. There's a lot of things to do in Sacramento. You can walk around very easily. The city is very flat, and there's a light rail metro system, which is very easy to use. For $2.50, you can get 3 hours unlimited use, or for $10, you can get an all-day pass. So those are some of the options, but I think this city is very easily walkable. The California Highway Patrol offices. The California Highway Patrol is the state law enforcement officers for the state of California. They also protect the governor in the state capital, but they basically function as our state troopers. Where other people have state troopers, we have the Highway Patrol, because California was based on highways. Over here are some of the first train tracks in Sacramento. One of the problems in Sacramento, and why it was not originally the capital, although they wanted to be the capital in 1850, was the issue of flooding. There's a lot of rivers and lakes nearby, and so this area was prone to flooding, and in 1850 it flooded here for the first time when they built the city, and they had to build a series of levees. So it wasn't until the levees were built to protect from flooding that the railway was able to come in. And once the railway was able to come in 1852, then that's when they were able to really start construction of the capital for 1854. In front of St. Elizabeth's Church, which was built in 1912. This was the first concrete reinforced church in Sacramento, and it is the oldest Portuguese national church in the United States, built in 1912 for nationals, Portuguese nationals that were coming here and immigrating into California in 1912. So very interesting church building here. We are on R and 15th Street. 1900s to 1983. These two buildings were ironworks building for metalwork for the railway, but the only thing that's left is actually that bridge right there that connects the two. They left that in 1983 as a tribute to the old ironworks buildings that were there for almost 200 years. Some of the buildings, you can still see what they were. Like, this was an Orchard Supply Company building. Of course, now it's a gift shop, but it's kind of cool. I like to see the old buildings. Now at John C. Fremont Park. John C. Fremont Park is dedicated to John C. Fremont, who was a major general in the United States Army in the 1840s. In 1847, he was the second military governor of California. Later, he would become a state senator here in California, and then he would move on to Arizona, where he would become the 5th territorial governor of Arizona. He is known for leading the Mexican-American War for the United States, and he did a lot of prospecting in the area, and so that's why this park is dedicated to him. Kind of funny, there used to be a statue dedicated to John C. Fremont here in the center of the park, but now it's this more abstract kind of armor statue in the middle of the park, and that is because John C. Fremont was the founder of the California Republican Party, and well, Sacramento is mostly Democrat, so they're not going to be celebrating with the statue. They'll give them a park, but not the statue. We're in an old residential neighborhood, and you can see the houses here all have stairways with basements here, and that's because of the flooding. All the houses here, they had to be raised up so that in times of flooding, your living room wouldn't get flooded, just maybe your basement. So that's why all these houses here have stairs. One of the most popular things to do in Sacramento is to go to the California State Railway Museum. It's one of the largest railway museums in the nation. It has several old locomotives from the 1840s and 50s. And so it's something that you definitely want to check out if you're in the area. You can see an old switcher. So the trains would come out from here, and then this could turn the trains out onto the different lines. That's what this would do, this big giant turntable. Over here by the Central Pacific Railway Station, the end of the terminus for the western of the Central Pacific, old 1940s railway car there. See if I can get it. We're in the historic area of Sacramento now, and we're over by the Mechanics Exchange, and you can get here in the Sacramento History Museum, and we're gonna see what's here. It cost us $10 to get in, and of course you always start with the native people, which were the Pim river people, I guess, which makes sense because there's lots of rivers and lakes here.
Yes, Sacramento River, American River. That's what we call them now. I'm sure they called them. Pretty sure they did not call it the American River.
I don't think so. 1848, gold was discovered in California, and that, of course, set off the great gold rush of 1848 and 1849. And a bunch of people came in to try to mine those gold fields. Gold mining progressed. They used water cannons such as this one to wash away. They basically washed away whole mountains with rigs like this, just pointing it at mountains, and then they would have sluice boxes on the end where they would wash out for the gold. But it was very destructive to the countryside, so it was discontinued in the 1900s. This floor here is dedicated to the Chinese pioneers here in Sacramento. Chinese immigrant workers were brought in during the 1800s and the early 1900s to build the railway, is what they built, but then later were excluded out of the country in 1905 during the Alien Exclusion Act. Here are the old printing presses from Sacramento B. Here they still do demonstrations here on how to do typesetting fonts, and so there's a guy named Howard, and if you go to Howard's TikTok, you can find him still using this equipment today. The San Francisco History Museum has a golden play button.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So many things for
for YouTube, for the printer guy. That's a lot of videos. Walking in the old historic area of Sacramento is fun. The buildings, all of them are old. They all have different cultural history. I love the flooring. I'll try some pizza here at the old Sacramento General Store. There's the Lady Adams building, the oldest building in this area.
always existed.
We'll go check out inside. Now it looks like it's a costume shop. 2 floors of costumes. Oh, it cost $3 for one play though. Wow,
Dang.
expensive.
Still, I get to do this.
Yeah, there you go. We're inside the Central Pacific Railway Station here in Sacramento. They have like this really cool mural here, breaking ground at the Sacramento January 8th, 1863 for the first transcontinental railway. Very cool mural there. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like it. It helps the channel grow, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.